Hey, what's up my WoW mustaches and welcome back to another WoW video. Today we're going to be going over a few things, and I think that every Friday or every so often I actually really want to do a video where I just talk things about Legion, about farming, and about just stuff. And I hope you enjoy this, guys, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, so let's get right into it.
Hold up.
Alright guys, so let's start off with the gold making. Now the thing is that this is known, but it's not really that much people doing it. And the reason why I know that is because last night I did it, and according to my sub yesterday and yesterday's video told me, hey, how about you check out the Garn Night Howl spot again. Now that said, the Garn Night Howl is a mount that was given in WoD, and a lot of people got it because it was so easy to get. They would party up, and then every 15 minutes it would basically spawn, and you would tag it and you would get the mount. Now that said, they actually made it to where only 5 people can actually tag and get it. Now, I think it might be different in raids, but I know for sure it's only 5 people. Now, that said, if a Horde player hits it and then you hit it, it's not going to work that way. Now, I will say, too, as well, that this spot is known, okay? This spot is known, and a lot of people are not doing it still, because last night I was on the server, and I was doing a server hop, and I could not get in any group there, because no one wants to come back here, honestly. Honestly, a lot of people, even if they see this, they're like, oh man, I don't want to go back to WoD because it wasn't a good experience. I can do this over here. Yes, you can. But every 15 minutes, you can get a mount that's worth 8,000 gold. And you probably say, well, everybody got it. Not everybody has it. Only one auction was on my server at that time. So in 1 hour, I got 4. So about 32k an hour is not bad. I was like, wow, this is really good because you know what? I'm parted up. I don't have to worry about anybody else. We're just like wrecking in the DPS inside there. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. No, just joking. I don't know if we were wrecking, but we're downing these guys every 15 minutes. Now, I will say too as well that this might not sell on your server. It might, depending on how many people are doing it. So go ahead and go do it and have fun with it. So let's get into the next subject that we're going to be talking about. Alright, my mustaches, so basically the second thing I want to talk about is basically Withered farming. I know you've probably already seen this. I don't know for sure because I really don't go and search on YouTube for other people's stuff. Now, I will say too as well, this is my experience. So basically what you first want to do is get the 2,000 mana, ancient mana basically cap, okay? You want to do that because you want to get the 20 Withered, okay? Now, I will say too as well, you actually want to be able to get the buffs that you get from basically the location. Now, once you get the buffs, then you actually get the 20 Withered, you want to actually go inside and start wrecking. And the reason why I say that is because once you have 20, you're going to be wrecking a lot of mobs. Now, if you've done this already, if you actually done it and you actually got chests that gave you berserkers, got you druid type of things and mages, you're going to be wrecking the DPS and you're probably going to be able to defeat this location. Now, I will say too, the farther you get in, and if you even complete it, you actually get more things. I've done this many times and I didn't want to put a video right away because until I knew what everything it gave you, I didn't want to actually just, say, oh, this is the only thing it gives you. Now, I don't know if I've got everything in a place, okay? I've got 2 toys, which will be listed here, and actually 1 pet. And that pet is not worth that much. I looked on my server. It was worth anywhere from 4,000 to 8,000 gold, which is not bad. But it's very rare because I've done this many times, and somehow I've only got 1 of them. And these toys, I've only got 1 of them too as well. So you don't really need more than 1 toy, but the toys are pretty cool. One is actually a light bulb that you can turn on and off. And one is actually a fountain that makes you cleanse inside and out, which is pretty cool. Reminds me of the other one that basically makes your armor shiny. That's pretty cool. Now, that's not the big thing. The big thing is actually going to be a rep here. And the most rep I've seen you can only get is 400. I've honestly defeated this whole thing, and I've only got 400 plus 25. And that makes no sense. I thought you would get more the more you kill. But no, the hardest boss on here is probably going to be the night elf kind of guy who comes out of the shadow and he goes, like he really literally does like a stealth time. I guess he's like a rogue. And he's hard. But even when you have 20, you can get up to 40 Wither. Like you get up more than that on Wither actually here if you don't have people die. Now, the thing is, once you have that many, you're going to wreck everything in here. Everything. And I mean everything in here. And to be honest with you, the better the chest here, the more you're going to get. Now, I noticed that the big chest in here, okay? I noticed the big chest in here only gives you stuff anywhere ranging from class stuff, okay? Meaning that You get a big chest that sends 10 back, you're probably going to get a class for your Wither. But other than that, I have not got anything different out of that. It's really the small chest for some odd reason. I've got toys and not mounts, but toys and actually pets. Hopefully there's a mount here that I have not seen, and then if there is, I will let y'all guys know. I do want to say too as well, I don't really go on Wowhead or so much too many times. I do use Wowhead sometimes, for some of the videos, but not that much. I like to be surprised. So if this is something that you like to see me do, let me know in the comments below. If you actually done the Withered army training a lot and you actually have some more information, let me know in the comments below. Honestly, the best thing is to get a cap of ancient mana, get in there with 20 of them, start wrecking every room. Don't take the bosses on until you at least have 30 Withers that are very up geared. And the reason why I say that is because you don't want to lose your stuff and you want to survive. Some classes have it harder than anybody else. Now that said, if I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. And I will say too as well, some of the gear gets better as you complete. Like for instance, I did get 820 gear and 830s, and I'm like, oh man, this sucks and all stuff. But when I completed the whole dungeon, I get 840 gear, which is not bad. I honestly think you could get a legendary in here too as well. It all depends on random. To this day, I still have not got a legendary on any of my tunes. I think the luck calculator is really bad. Now that's it, guys. Let's get into the next thing because this is going to be a long video. So that said, I hope you're enjoying this. All right, Mustache. So basically, I'm going to be talking about some lore here, something that I really enjoyed and something about in the future that I think that's going to happen. Now, it will have some spoilers in here, so if you don't like that, I do apologize. And I will say too as well, it's going to be based off of Noble's video. Noble actually made a video about the Emerald Nightmare boss, which is a big eye, and sorry I can't say his name. Will be in the description, but anyways, during that fight, he whispers to you. So basically, I would be going off of that. Now, all this video, if you want to check out this video, go check it out, and you come back to here, and I'll explain what he missed out and what is really going to happen. Now, the thing is that I do agree with all of it. Noble is a great lore taker. He's amazing. He gets everything right. Now, the thing is, he sometimes forgets about something which he didn't explain. I checked the video twice, 3 times, just to make sure he didn't say it. Now, the thing is that he whispers to you saying about the, basically, if y'all remember, when we first started pre-patch Legion, he said something, we saw the Diamond Dwarf. Now, the Diamond Dwarf said he's listened to a Titan, which, we thought it was a Titan. Well, according to his video, it's not a Titan. It's basically, we're probably listening to the old gods. Now, the thing is that I agree with that, okay? Now, he says that Khadgar is going to be the Raven, key master turner, the one who uses the pillars to lock away the Legion, but most likely is going to open up a way for the old gods. Well, I think it's kind of that way, but I think it's different. And once I mean different, I think he's not going to lock away the Legion. I don't think it doesn't lock away the Legion. What it does is going to open up the portal to the old gods and the voids and everything. And I think that we're going to be on a thin ice of being extinct from both armies because they're working together basically right now. Now, maybe it will be the other way where we lock Legion away and boom, we get, old gods. But I think it might be next expansion might be a way worse than this expansion. Not in a bad way. I'm talking about like army way and basically fighting. Now, I will say too as well, there's a few more things I'm going to talk about with this, okay? Now, the thing is that altogether, Khadgar opens his gate, Sylvanas dies, and then something's gonna happen, so forth. Maybe that's the horse side, I don't know for sure. Now, all the stuff and everything he said in the video, I agree with, okay? Now, the one thing that he did miss, and I want you to watch this video right here, and we will be right back.
A great battle was fought that would determine the fate of all worlds. It was in that final battle that the all-powerful Titan Pantheon fell to one of their own, Sargeras. After the fall, none were left to oppose the will of Sargeras. Unfettered, the Dark Titan and his burning legion would go on to annihilate countless worlds in their burning crusade.
All right, Mustaches, so basically we are back, and this is going to be quick. So basically, go check out Noble's video if you haven't checked out Noble's video. As you see the last video that we just put up right there, basically what he missed, and this is something that proves his point right, is that is basically the light that we actually talked to during this quest says straight up that all the Titans are dead. They're dead except for Sargeras. Sargeras stroked down everybody, and the only thing that's stopping him is the army of light. So my thought process of this is actually that basically Noble's right about it. The Diamond Dwarf, the one that we see before Legion starts, he's not listening to a Titan. He's listening to an old god, and that makes sense because there is an old god inside the earth that basically is sleeping, and not really sleeping. He's actually in prison, just like any other old god. And I think that what's gonna happen, just like what I put together, is that basically the 5 pillars are gonna be used. we're going to either lock out the Legion or not lock out the Legion, and it's going to actually activate a portal to open up the Voids and the Old Gods, and we're going to be more in a hole than anything. Now, Khadgar is going to be let down like I thought, basically, and basically the lies are going to come from the Black Dragon, which, you think about it, we killed his father, the Deathwing. We killed his father. I mean, yes, he might have hated him or not liked what he was doing, but he was his father, and I think he had emotions, and that's just going to get in the way. He's going to lie to us. We're going to be doing this, and then we're going to think that we're actually going to stop the Legion, and it's not going to happen, and it's going to lead to the next expansion, which is going to be probably the Old Gods. And I think that the name has been given to us, and this is just my thing, and as you saw in the video, the Dark Beyond. That's what I think. Everybody was saying something about Ocean expansion and the Dark something. I forgot what it was. It was leaked, but it wasn't true. Legion was the next expansion. But I honestly think the next expansion would be, if they go in that route of the Old Gods, the Dark Beyond. Why not? I mean, like he says it, and that makes sense. It makes sense. We might most likely see the Army of Light. We'll see Old Gods, what they were like back then, the other side of Azeroth, and so forth. Now, that would be amazing. I think put together of the old raid boss, or that raid boss that we actually fight in Emerald Nightmare, plus this makes perfect sense. So let me know in the comments below what you think. I think that this actually makes sense, that all the Titans are dead, and that that is not a Titan, it's the Old God he's talking to. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you like this video, if you like stuff like this, if you want me to do more stuff like this. But yes, guys, as always, stay stashy.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my video, so click it maybe.
Oh, you're still here? Don't be surprised if you find something you like. Click that link and maybe subscribe.